You're welcome again to Mentor Ish. As always, my name is Timmy Topefake. So today we will be talking about how to identify opportunities in businesses. And I am super excited because I have with me a wonderful guest that I feel like is best suited for this topic. Considering the fact that I knew when she started this business about a decade ago, and seeing how far she has come is actually very mind blowing and astounding. And she's someone I respect and I admire a lot, right? I see our products doing very well online. I walk into stores, and I see our products, and in my head, I'm like, that's my friend, I know her. So, this person is the CEO of Toke Cosmetics. Now, Toke Cosmetics is a skincare brand that focuses on body lotions, facials, even goes as far as baby products, baby creams, shampoo, in fact, products that just help with your daily, everyday life. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Olabisi Korede Dada. Yay! It
Thank
is
you.
so good to have you here.
Same here. I feel so,
This
great
is
being
thank you for
here.
doing this. I know we don't see all the time.
It's been like ages.
Yes, but it's such an honor, like having to call you and then you just came through. I really appreciate
Anything
it.
for my friend.
And you look good, girl.
You
Your body, your
too.
skin is glowing. Like I can see your product is doing
Yeah,
wonders.
you can tell. Thank
Right.
you.
And I've actually tried it. I remember there was a time we saw and you gave me
Yeah,
some of your products.
yeah,
I also buy them off the counter, like I said.
yeah,
On the counter rather,
yeah.
and I see your products from time to time. Even yesterday I went shopping, I saw your product, I copped the shea butter, and in my head I'm like, this is my
True,
friend.
we
I was
have.
almost telling everybody that this
Yeah,
is my
the
friend.
products have actually moved beyond where I even think it would be. People would just send me picture. I'm in Canada right now, and I just saw your product on
Oh,
my shelf, on the shelf, or I'm in Oshogbo. I'm like, I don't even know who sold it to them, but
that's
you
so
know,
good.
that's the dream.
But I'd like you to introduce yourself. I know I've been doing a lot of talking. Please
Okay,
introduce yourself.
okay, okay. My name is Olabisi Korede Dada, and I'm the founder of Toke Cosmetics. Toke Cosmetics manufactures natural skincare products for baby, for adults, and for general household use. So I'm an industrial chemist by profession,
Yeah.
and I'm a mother of two, married to a wonderful husband.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
All right. So, BC, you just had to be the one on this show
Hmm.
because there are a lot of business owners I know, but I wasn't privileged to know their start. When I knew when you started, I
Yeah.
remember like it was
Do you remember the year?
yesterday.
I think it's like
I think it was
20,
2013 or 14 about then.
2013,
I know we had just finished
2012.
from
Yeah,
uni
yeah,
back then because we went
yeah,
to the same school.
yeah.
And seeing how far you grow, like I said, you just had to be the one here.
Thank
So
you for.
you're welcome. So I'd like you to just share some tips with us, new business owners, some tips that can help
Hmm,
you identify opportunities in business and how to excel in business.
hmm.
So I will be asking you some questions,
Great.
so
Yeah,
yeah, so to make this much more relatable.
true.
So my first question is, I'd like you to walk us through the journey of Toke Cosmetics. Walk us through like how did you decide this was what you wanted to? How did you know that this was what you wanted to do?
Okay, so I would take it back to university days.
Mm,
For me, I just wanted to. I think I got my moment then. I wanted to lighten up my skin,
mm.
you know, in like 7 days. There's this fast action cream that when you use it like this, people will not even recognize you. So and then I thought to myself that if I buy this cream and people don't recognize me in or 14 days, so I want something that would work gradually.
Mm,
So I thought, okay, maybe buy this and then mix it with shea butter.
mm.
And then I went to the market in Oshogo then, and I got the shea butter, but the smell was awful.
Yes.
It was so bad. But I have this drive. I really, I'm intentional. I really want to use this cream and then get it to work. So I kept at it. I kept using it, the shea butter and the cream. I kept using it for first day, second day, third day. The fourth day, I was like, like no way, I can't continue this. That
Right.
why does this thing smell so bad? And then it was just then I just thought, I could do something about this.
Hmm. When you talk
That
about turning lemons into
yeah,
lemonade.
sincerely, that I could do something about it because everybody knows shea butter has this healing property. My mom
Yeah.
used it for me growing up.
Hmm.
Anytime I have boiled, just swab it over and then it goes on its own. And people know about it, but it's not sophisticated enough for people to want to use it in their
Hmm.
daily skincare routine.
Hmm.
And so I just started researching, asking questions,
Hmm.
that what could I do. I think studying industrial chemistry also gave me leverage
Hmm.
because I was able to talk to my course advisor then that,
Hmm.
okay, I have this idea
Yeah.
of making something good out of this shea butter and selling it to the people that actually need it.
Hmm.
And that's where I got, that's how we started. Mm,
Whoa. Whoa. Okay, firstly, let me say this. I
yeah.
remember when we were growing up,
Mm,
I think I have something about that on my show that I talked about when I was a kid and I wanted to be fairer.
mm,
Because back then, see, you had to be fair to be appealing.
sincerely.
If you were dark skinned, sorry, no chance, no
Sincerely.
opportunity
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that you were vulnerable with that.
Mm,
And I
mm.
like the fact that that led you to your purpose.
Yes, it did.
I mean, you could have just said, okay, I want to try this like a lot of people do,
Yeah.
and they just leave it at that. But
Yeah.
then you found opportunity
Yeah. It's
in
like
it.
a pain. And then I felt, okay, I could do something about this. It didn't even come to me in like a day, but I was just frustrated. Like, why would something smell? And I know this thing is good, you know. And that led to the research and
I
all
need
of
to
that.
say this.
Mm.
Your shea butter is the best smelling shea butter I've perceived in my life. And I'm not
Sincerely.
capping. Shea butter is beautiful, but the smell when we were growing up was really horrible.
Sincerely.
And the fact that you were able to incorporate this beautiful vanilla scent,
Saints and all of that.
with it
Yeah.
is really
Yeah,
impressive.
yeah, it makes people that would not use shea butter, just
Hmm,
it gets them attracted to it. That, okay,
hmm.
let me give it a trial, you know.
And I love the fact that in following your dreams, your
Mm,
purpose,
mm.
I mean, it made you see what was more important. I mean, of course, at some
Yeah,
point you shed off the dream of wanting to be lighter
yeah,
than,
yeah.
and now
Yeah,
you have just beautiful, dark,
true,
glowing skin.
true. Yeah,
So,
thank
what I
you.
picked from this is looking at what you perceive as a problem
Mm,
and seeing how you can fix it.
true. Yeah, yeah. Not just that alone. In perceiving that problem, I was also thinking to myself, this kind of problem I'm trying to solve, how do I reach many people that
Hmm,
needs, the problem I'm trying to solve? Because
hmm,
you can solve a problem that not so many people need it. And how are you going
hmm,
to keep up with your business? How are you going to be sustainable?
hmm,
So when I started out, I said, okay, I was going to niche my product to mothers and children
children.
alone because they actually need it
Hmm,
every day.
hmm,
And that's how I just knew that I could grow from there. So
hmm,
even if we're going to have any other product coming in, I would have gained momentum
hmm,
in doing just one thing,
hmm.
and then having any other brand or any other product follow would be easy because people can trust that, okay, if you can do this one shea butter well, let's give your other product a trial. And
Whoa.
that's the level.
Okay, so my next question to you is I think it's a question that every business owner or someone who is coming into the business would actually want to know or address. So I know that starting businesses, of course, it is not usually rosy. There are
Mm,
challenges,
mm,
from here to
yeah.
there. So I would like you to share with us, if you don't mind,
Mm,
maybe a major challenge you faced when you were starting out with Toke Cosmetics.
mm. And I was able to overcome it.
Exactly, and how you were able to overcome it. Very important, yeah.
Okay, so starting out a business, you have a lot of challenges
Mm,
from funding to, for me, space,
mm,
because I was into manufacturing,
mm,
structure,
mm,
people, getting people to believe in your vision and keying into it.
mm,
Many, 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 even the government policy and, government policy and other, um, things around that could affect, your growth. So for me, it's space. Because when I started out in university, I was using my room
Mm,
for production. So
mm,
I finished university. I came back to Lagos. I started in my mom's house again, and it was time to get NAFDAC. NAFDAC is also a challenge for people,
starting
doing
out.
skincare and all of that,
Mm,
and then starting up with a very small capital.
mm,
So I needed to get a space. I want to share this story. So I needed to get a space. And then I moved to a place very far. It's self-con, but I was able to make 5 room out of it so that I
mm,
could meet up with the NAFDAC registration.
mm,
And then I'm an industrial chemist, but one of NAFDAC rule is that you cannot be a production manager and also be the owner. So,
mm,
so I got somebody to be a production manager for me,
mm,
and show up the day that NAFDAC was going to inspect.
mm,
At that time, my landlord was giving me issue that I needed to move out and stuff like that. That he wanted to
mm,
use that space and all of that. I'm just trying to cut off the story. So I went to Isolo, then picked up the NAFDAC official, coming to my location.
mm.
Then the production manager just called me that he's not sure he can stand in, that he's not sure, like he's so scared because
Yeah.
I'm growing, I don't have much equipment,
Yes,
the
yes.
factory is not so fancy, it's
Mm-hmm.
not the usual thing NAFDAC usually see when they, I mean, it felt like I'd failed on arrival, like they don't even
Mm,
need to come here to
to,
fail me.
mm,
I was in the taxi bringing the NAFDAC official over. They asked me what happened. I said nothing. I still held on to that faith that at least you'll see come first.
mm,
Then NAFDAC doesn't have anything for small businesses. You are either proper or you get out. So on getting there, my landlord was also calling me that period that
whoa.
he's locking this place today, stuff like that. I just still held my composure. So on getting there, NAFDAC people were like, where is your production manager? I said, the production manager bailed out. I said, he said, madam, what are we doing here? What is this place? This place cannot even pass nothing. You know, at that point, I just said, at least I tried.
Mm,
You know, they saw all of the space. I wasn't afraid to bring them there, even though I know that what I had was little, but at least
you
I
knew the
I
value you
knew,
were,
yeah, the
yeah.
value that I was putting out, and I knew that if I wanted to grow my brand or even move further, or even get into market pharmacy, I needed NAFDAC.
Mm,
So they were like, no, 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 no. I don't know how God did it. When they got back to the office, they tendered it to the director or something in charge of approving, and they were like, they will give me a chance.
whoa.
So space can really be,
Mm,
big deal for starting up a business. Banks don't even know you've not built credibility, so they can't even give you loan or
no.
something. So
Mm,
that's a story that I can never forget. But every other challenges that we've been facing, Nigeria, we
mm,
find a way around it because as a business person, you have to be resilient.
mm.
You must always look for way outs and how to be profitable as a business.
I'm glad that you were able to surmount it. And I'm glad that in spite of everything that was happening, you were still able to keep your cool.
Mm.
And I feel like that's something very important as a businessman.
Yeah,
You need to develop tough skin. You shouldn't just crumble,
sincerely.
at the sight of
Uh,
anything that seems fearful. And I
yeah,
like the fact that you knew this person was bailing, but you believed so much in what you were doing,
true.
in your brand, in
Yeah,
what you were putting out,
yeah,
that you were able to risk it all. I mean, you didn't have anything fancy, but that wasn't what this was about. You knew what you were putting out,
true,
and
true,
I'm so proud of you.
true.
I just
Thank you.
learned from that as
Yeah,
well.
thank you. That sometimes you don't have to wait for everything to be perfect before you start out. Sometimes you don't have to even have the full picture of what you're trying to do. Just start out.
Mm,
As you keep moving, everything
everything
keeps
else.
unveiling. And
So my next question is, were the resources readily available to you, or did you have to actively seek them out? For instance, you started with shea butter.
mm,
Was it available to you
mm,
already,
mm,
or did you? I just want you to walk us through the process. Like, did you actively seek out these things, or you had some of these things already
mm,
available to you
mm.
at the time?
Okay, so no, as a business owner, you keep unveiling. You have to actively seek out, things. You cannot even remain the same.
Hmm.
So take for example, I didn't have a space, I don't have capital, I did not have the necessary registration.
Mm.
Am I in line with your question?
Yes.
Yeah. So the first thing I did was to build credibility with my suppliers
Mm.
and also with the people that I'm selling to.
Mm.
Do you understand? So that I could, have more capital to play with.
Okay.
So my supplier can supply me on credit. You understand?
Okay.
And then when I
Okay.
supply to my customers, they can get to pay me promptly so that I
Mm.
can have that turnover and then grow my business.
Mm.
That's one. You have to actively seek them out. Oh. Like, for example, I gave the NAFDAC stuff that, I didn't think of what I did not have. I still went for it.
Mm.
Recently, we traveled for an exhibition in the UK.
Mm.
You know, many people have been a share porter in the UK. It's not necessary, it's not, So, but then we keep moving. Even getting there, I was surprised that they are not only just interested in the share butter, even the facial product and all of that. Actually, they're actually interested in that. So
Mm.
funding too. From beginning, I learned to keep my books. Put my transactions in bank so that I can build credibility.
Mm.
At the point when I need that loan, you've
Mm.
seen my track record, and you
Mm.
should be able to extend to me.
Mm.
The first loan I ever got was from Lagos State Employment Trust Fund.
Mm.
They loaned me 2.5 million then,
Mm.
and it was a big deal.
At the time, yes. 10
Yeah.
years ago, it
After
was,
then,
yeah.
Zenith Bank loaned me,
Mm.
and I've been able to go for bigger, much loan from there. So it's about, seeing where you want to be and making preparation and arrangements
Mm.
in towards what you want to achieve.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Okay, so my next question is, what do you think differentiates your brand from other skincare companies out there?
Hmm. So it will be one, because we're natural. Two, our products are budget friendly, so we have them in
Mm.
smaller sizes. If you
Mm.
can't try out the big one, you can do the small one.
Mm.
And the fact that we also do quality in a kind of low price. Don't let me say low price like that, so you don't think it's cheap. But then, because we have different sizes, it makes,
Affordable.
yeah. And then we're not we're not putting it as a premium. So you get to the market, you can find Toke Cosmetics products. You
Mm.
walk into any supermarket, you can find our products on the shelf.
Right.
So it's affordable things that you get to use daily.
Easily accessible
Yeah.
as
So
well.
so so I think those things set us apart from many other skincare brands.
Mm.
Some focus online majorly.
Mm.
For we our market scope is bigger than just online.
Mm.
So we're natural, we're budget friendly, our product is safe,
Mm.
and they're also effective.
Yes, the
Mm.
natural and the effective, I can
Yes,
attest to
yes,
that.
yes, yes.
Because I think I've also gotten to this point in my life where, as you get older, you're like,
Mm.
okay, I want something much more natural
You
because
know,
you're
yeah,
careful
of what you
your
use on your
health
skin.
and
Yeah,
all of that. And the natural, I can attest to that.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and effective, I
Yes,
can
it is.
attest to
It
that.
is. It is.
Right. I'll definitely leave your link after this video because, man, you guys need to try out this
It's
product so
okay.
we're not just
True. True.
bluffing, really.
True.
My next question is, in the last 10 years,
Mm.
what key factor do you think has contributed to your success that has made Toke Cosmetics a global brand? Because I see your brand in places, Toke, and in my head, I'm like, I'm so proud of this
Mm.
lady. Like, see where she started from.
Mm.
So, what do you think is that key factor that has helped you, to continue to thrive?
Yeah. So for me, I would say it's learning. You
Hmm.
know, developing, not staying where you started from.
Hmm.
You keep evolving. You
Hmm.
learn. Um, Majorly, that's it.
Hmm.
Keep learning, keep evolving, keep developing, researching. We started with one product. Now we have up to like 30
Whoa.
SKUs. So it's because we keep learning, building on what we've known,
Hmm.
you know, and ensuring that we stay up to date with, what is needed, the
Yes.
trends.
Hmm.
I mean, 5 years ago, serum was not even trending.
Hmm.
Face cream or even
Yes, it was.
sunscreen. But
Yeah.
now it's like you have to have it in your skincare routine.
Yes.
Yeah. So we also are able to, bring out products that actually solves, the needs of people today.
Today. So you keep your ears in the ground
Yeah.
and then you're ready to keep learning.
Yeah.
That is very true in every business when you think about it.
Sure. Not staying the same way you are. I think that's what makes it different with people that did business like in 2000s. Because my mom also ran a business. I think I got that
Oh,
from
no
her.
wonder you have the flair because the way you
Yeah.
started and then you hit the ground running
Yeah.
and then everything, you just went with this I can do all without no
Since
fears. And you
it,
were very young.
I started young, and I
Yes.
thank God I started early.
Hmm.
It will be 12 years that I've been doing what
Now,
I've
right?
been
So,
doing. Yeah. So I think my background also helped. My mom used to sell weave-ons, attachments, and at
hmm.
a young age, she would just give me like maybe like 500,000. Go to the markets, stock up. We Our business was in Ikorodu. Lagos Island was where we used to shop for her then.
Hmm.
At a very young age, I was running things for her, even
Okay.
selling my own in her shop. So I didn't have time to do other things that other children would do, like stay at home, watch TV. No, it wasn't like part of our thing.
Hmm.
I was infused into doing business. So
Hmm.
I think that gave me that courage. I didn't think about fear when I started out. I
Hmm.
didn't think about what's not possible.
Hmm.
What I wanted is so clouded in my idea is just, and anything to make it happen. That's what
I got you.
so I sometimes I don't even see challenges as challenges.
Hmm.
Now that I'm just talking about what happened during NAFTA, I didn't even see it as a challenge then.
Hmm.
The goal was just clear. This
Hmm.
NAFTA, we're getting it.
Hmm.
Do you understand? So
Hmm.
yeah.
Wow. So, girl, my
Mm,
next question is what advice would you give to a new business owner, and the
mm,
person is uncertain? Would people accept my product? Would they
mm,
like my product? Would they
mm,
buy my
mm,
product?
mm.
When you're starting out in a new business, this are one of the fears
Yeah,
that you
true,
have. So,
true.
what advice would you give to such a person?
So I would say you need to find a need, something people need, and something many people need. I
Hmm.
think that will give you confidence in whatever you're doing.
Hmm.
Find a need and solve people's, give value.
Hmm. Yeah, you have
Give
to be a
value. You
solution
have to give.
provider.
So that's then gives you some kind of will I say courage? It makes you stand even if you are not getting that profit yet.
Hmm.
It just makes you see ahead that
Hmm.
okay, I'm not doing what there's a need I'm solving.
Hmm.
I remember in COVID, we're still selling. Even
Hmm.
then, our website was there, but it wasn't so functional.
Hmm.
But we're still selling through deliveries and all of that. I think we're able to do that because we've positioned our products as like a need for mothers.
Hmm.
So we could still. So I would advise that find something people really need, and when you do, solve the problem and keep learning, keep researching, developing, like that.
Hmm. That's very good. My last question to you is for someone who is starting out in a
Mm,
new business
mm.
and is trying to find or search out new business opportunities,
Yeah.
what advice would you offer such a person?
Okay. First would be you do something you love,
Mm,
then leverage on technology.
mm,
YouTube is there, AI, you
mm,
know, um, to learn what you really love doing.
mm,
So yeah, there are so many e-commerce. People do businesses these days that they are not even the manufacturer of the
mm,
business. People ship from China. You know, when you find what you really want to do, research. Stay on that research.
mm,
Don't do fast, 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 fast. Fast. You can be there 2 days, 3 days researching.
mm,
Gathering information, taking notes, journaling
mm.
before you set
I
out.
like some. I like everything you said. In fact,
Mm.
you talked about the fact that you have to love what you do. Very
Yeah.
importantly,
Very.
because I feel like what has also helped you to grow and sustain and thrive
Mm.
is because you actually love what you do. Because
True.
if not, I'm sure you would have given up
I,
a long time ago.
with many things happening in
I'm,
Nigeria,
I'm
the
very sure.
inflation and everything.
Yes. So loving what you do is very important. You
True.
also mentioned that you have to research.
Research.
And that's the
Leverage
truth.
technology. Yeah.
Because you have to, even if you love what you do, if you do not research, when you're met with some challenges, you just fall like a house of
You
cards.
know. Yeah.
But when you research, you really ask yourself some questions like, is this what I really want to do? You know, you see all, of course, you can't know everything that is
Yeah.
involved,
Yeah.
but if you see some basic things, and then you're able to understand if you really want to go through this path. So
True.
research is important.
Research.
And then also you mentioned one last point,
I think was leverage of.
collaborate. Yes, you said you can, some people import things
Yeah.
from different, yes, you can collaborate with other brands. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be, you don't have to be the manufacturer,
You don't have to.
right? So
Yeah.
you can, you have franchise and things like that. For
Mm.
instance, you have, you see KFC and other franchise like
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So you don't exactly have to be the sole starter.
True.
You can pick up something that is already thriving and partner with
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. True. True.
Well,
Just like Toke Cosmetics has distributors, people that sell our products,
hmm,
and they do so well at it. They even are able to get supermarkets,
hmm,
like a distributor buy from us now, and they have chain of supermarket that they supply our
hmm,
products to. It's
whoa,
big business.
whoa,
We supply Just Right, ShopRite, not directly through a distributor.
distributor.
So you can imagine.
Mm,
Sometimes keying into some other people's agenda or business can also be a starting point
points.
for.
Whoa, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I call you BC because you're my friend. I am so proud of you.
Same here.
Every time I see your IG posts or something, I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, go girl.
Go girl.
Because I am so proud of you, seeing where you started from. You make people believe that it is possible,
Yes, it's
right? You make
mm,
me believe that
mm,
it is possible.
mm.
And I'm so honored and excited to have someone like you in my corner. I know we might not see every
Every
single
day.
time, but one thing I know for sure is whenever we talk is true love, genuine love,
True.
and I am just so proud of you. I want you to know that.
I'm proud of you too, sis.
Thank you, darling. So, guys, so that's it for Mental Age today. I'm definitely going to leave Toke's details below, her IG page, our social media handles. You know, I really like you to check out her products. They are fantastic, right? The baby products, I've not used that before because I don't have a child yet, but I mean, the shea butter and a lot of other products. The bath soap,
Yeah.
I know I've used that before as well. So I'll leave the link below so you can visit her, send her a DM, buy her products. If you want to partner with her, you know, she just mentioned some persons, some distributors. If you like to partner with her, you can also reach her, right? And I also hope today's session was very helpful to you, very importantly. So if you have a business you've always wanted to do and be putting out, please just get started, right? Take up all she said, listen to this over, and then start something on your own, right? So thank you for watching this video. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't, right? Tell somebody about mental age, right? Share the word. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next week. We'll be talking about another interesting topic. So bye, guys.